Hello everybody, this is Greg the Rural Economist. Today we are going to go to the community fair in a little town called Arab, Alabama. What's a community fair? Well, it's a whole lot of old buildings, a lot of people having memories, a lot of arts and crafts stuff. I don't know that I'll cover that much. Some cool museums, some interesting people. So what does a community fair look like and sound like in Arab, Alabama? A lot like this.
Oh, he made my heart in love and wrote my name with love and just a little rock when Jesus made me. Oh, now let us have a little talk.
Scratcher. And that hornet's nest right there would have eaten you alive. Look at that old icebox refrigerator. If you've been subscribed to the YouTube channel, you've seen this before, but not this one.
Elvin Light that started this park asked me if he could put this well shed up at the park when they got the house moved up here. So I told him it'd be okay and that we'd move it when we got the house up here. We know where to put it. So
Yeah.
about 10 or 12 years passed before they ever moved the house up here. In the meantime,
Right.
the old well shed rotted down so bad we couldn't move it when we started to.
Okay.
So we just built a replica of it here.
Now this is your replica of your grandfather's smokehouse and well house.
Right.
So he actually had them together like this on his place.
That's correct. And
Cool.
That place is on County Road 1843. If you
Yeah.
go down 231 to 1843 and turn the left
Right.
and go across the bridge there, it'd be the old house on the left. You can still see part of the old well shed standing there in the old house that's beginning to deteriorate bad.
Okay. Now,
So that's how it ended up here.
right. So, your grandfather died in '81.
Yeah,
Okay, and he was a preacher.
yeah, he was pastor around here for, I guess probably pastored for 30 or 40 years anyway,
Okay.
or maybe longer. I was, of course, I was married by the time he passed away.
Right.
I used to come up here and stay with my grandmother while he was off holding meetings and things like
Right.
that.
So, how much meat did you eat out of a smokehouse like this?
Oh, a bunch of it. Take it out of there and put it in the old salt bucket or
Oh yeah.
bin that he had down there. When he cut some of it off, he'd slice some of it off and he'd put it in the bin and cover it with salt so it would stay, it wouldn't-
Right.
and keep rats and stuff out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Things like that.
And I noticed on the inside, there's a old wash pot that they had the fire in,
Right.
rather than just putting it on the ground.
Right. Yeah. He had a big wash pot like that, and he had a big metal, flat metal piece under the wash pot.
Yeah.
And
Did that have the water in it?
well, no, it was on there in case the coals popped out or
Oh,
something
okay.
other and things
All right.
like that. So he kept it that way. And in the wintertime, my grandmother would use the old well, the smokehouse. She would use it to wash her clothes in because it was warm.
It'd be
in
warm.
there.
Yeah.
So she done that. That's memories to me. You know?
Oh yeah.
And like I say, I came up, we was living in Birmingham at the time, Mom
Right.
and Daddy, and we moved down there. And I'd come up and stay with her while he was out pasturing and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's the memories I have from it, you know. And
Okay.
that's why this old shed got moved up here, because it was requested by Elvis. He came and looked at the whole old farm
Right.
with the well shed and the barn and the old house, but the Boyd people here had left this house to
Okay.
thing and left some money and stuff to get it moved. So, but he wanted this, and he also wanted my barn. But
Right.
I wouldn't give him my barn because I still had cattle. I got cattle, so the barn is, and of course, Elvin's been dead, 6 or 8 years now.
Right.
So nobody else has said anything about it, but
Okay. So they had a drilled well then.
yeah.
They wasn't
it
hand
was
dug.
hand dug first.
Okay.
Okay, it was hand dug first.
Right.
And then later on, they went ahead and put a casing in it and filled in around the casing and stuff.
I got you.
At first, it was hand dug, and I think it was about 40 foot deep.
40 foot deep.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to ask that.
Yeah.
That's a lot of digging, isn't it?
Yeah. So it was, I don't know, it's this big around when it was
Right.
hand dug. So I can remember that part of it.
You drank water out of it?
Oh yeah, it was coldest, best water. People stopped there to get water.
The old aluminum ladle. Did you do that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Set the old bucket. Had a old wooden bucket that he kept hanging up on the shed here,
Yeah.
and he would hang that bucket up there, and that's where he kept the water. And when he was drawing it, he'd get the bucket down, put it down here, draw the water up, empty it in that bucket, hang that old wooden bucket back up on the thing there with a ladle in it.
Yeah.
And people would come by there, preacher bees, and stop, and they'd go out there and say, "This is the best water I ever drank."
Well, all right, Mr. Westbrook. I'm going to stop this now. I hope you enjoyed this walk through Arab, Alabama's community fair. It was a fun time. I really enjoyed it, and I would like to thank my friend Chad for suggesting that I go. I didn't learn a whole lot, but I got to walk down memory lane and actually got to teach a few people. That's always cool. And Chad and I got to help the folks with the grist mill maybe fix their grist mill because they were having some problems. So this is Greg the Rural Economist wishing you rural dreams and homestead wishes. Bye-bye.